Michael, we just heard from Coach about you got another year due to JUCO. You started your career at JUCO. You came to Texas State. You're a local kid, if I'm remembering, from Boudoin. And now here you are. You're getting the press conference honors. Quite a journey for you. How has that felt? Kind of walk us through your Texas State career and what it's like to be here right now.
It's a blessing to be here, especially coming from where I was at. JUCO was really hard. You got to fight, and I'm one of the ones that made it out, and that kind of set my whole mindset for being here. Is that nothing was really given to me. So just since I've been here, just gone to work and just work to make it to where I'm at. And I'm still not there yet, but it's just the process of continuing to work to get to where you want to be.
And if I'm not mistaken, you started out as a walk-on, right? Is that right? No, you were on scholarship. It was defensive back, and that's what you started
as a safety.
What's that switching from defensive back to linebacker? What's the big obstacles you've overcome through that?
For me, the biggest thing I think was really having to like feel like being in the box. You're right there with the lineman, and like having to feel like things happening, pulls coming like to you, coming from you, being able to jump. And so that's really the biggest obstacle I think I had to deal with, was like the feeling, reading things, and like also dealing with linemen being in your face. Because being a safety, being a nickel, I have a little bit of distance away from them, but now I was right there. So
when you got that call that they said, hey, you have another year of eligibility, what was the first feeling that went through your head?
First feeling that went through my head was, I now have another chance to try to get a conference championship, because that's always been the goal coming here, especially with Kenny. His background is, we're here for a conference championship, and I know that we can do it. It fell a little short the first 2 years, but having an extra year was the first thought in my head.
So that's already on the bulletin board, first thing on the whiteboard, conference championship for this team? Yes,
because very, very thankful and happy that we won the bowl games, but that wasn't our goal. Conference championship. And whatever else after that is great, but the conference is what we want.
What'd you think of today?
I think it was great. Had a lot of people get some plays. I think we almost had the full playbook on defense end, so seeing different people do different things. Got a lot of people in. A lot of people got too many reps throughout the spring. Got to play a lot of reps today, and so it was good seeing them. A lot of energy out there. It was a great day overall.
Now, I know this defense was having to replace, several starters from last year. Just what's that transition like, having so many new faces when y'all started spring, and now here at the conclusion of the spring game?
At first it was there was a lot of new people, and so it took some time to really bond and stuff, get to know each other. But I don't really think it took too long, because now it feels like we've been together for years. Everyone bought in, everyone has the same goal, we all have the same work ethic. So really not too much of a turnover, I would say, between the new people coming in.
Yeah, take us to this linebacker room, just to have y'all been able to kind of gel together, and how y'all been able to improve this spring.
Really all I gotta say is Coach Peeve is a great coach. He's been on some really great teams. He's been coaching for years. He knows what he's doing. And I think that's the biggest thing that really helps, because we make sure we go everything, make sure that everyone understands what's going on before we move on to something else. We have times where we might go grab some lunch together, team bonding type stuff, and so he's done a really good job of bringing us together to gel us together and make sure everyone knows what we're doing, everyone's on the same page. And so I really just got to give it to him.
The spring game is a major checkpoint in the off season. Now that it's out of the way, how are you feeling mentally and physically?
Mentally, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I'm a little sad. There might be some people who are kind of relieved that it's over, but like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity I've given. They kind of pulled me a little bit early. I was not so happy about that, because that's just I want to go out there and play. I don't want to take none of this for granted. So while I'm here, I want to do as much as I can. So, but now that it's over, I get a chance to really lock back in on academics. We got finals coming up in a couple of weeks. We're still lifting and stuff, so it's time for me to focus on that academics and start recovering.
And going into this next season, it's your last season, what are your personal goals going into this season?
Personal goals, same as always, just fight for a starting position. That's always been something I've been aiming for since I've been here. Fell short a couple times, but just every year that's what I want to do. And then just after personal goals, that's really it. Everything else is what I want to accomplish as a team. I want to be the best defense in the conference. I want to be the best defense in the nation. I want to lead the conference and turnovers, all that stuff like we've done before. And that's really it. Not so much personal goals after starting.
You were in here when GJ was talking so highly. What does it mean for your head coach to come in front of us and go like, "This is my guy. Like, this is watching him grow. Like, means so much." What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me because just knowing how college football is, there's times where the head coach doesn't know every single person. I think he does a good job of knowing every single person, building a relationship with them, and being able to come here. He recruited me here, and me not playing so much, me not having like a defined role the first like 2 seasons really, other than special teams. It means a lot that he kept me around. He believes in me. He trusts in me, and now I'm at the point where I'm getting opportunities to show what I can do, and it just means a lot to be able to still be here without being the biggest contributing that much the recent years. So I'm very blessed and really thankful to him for everything he's done for me.
And in the world that we live in, where people are just jumping in all the time, what made you stay here? Was it the relationship with GJ that was like, "Hey, this is my guy"?
It really was because, like it'd be so easy just to go jump in the portal and all that other stuff. But I like what we have here. I love my coaches. I love my teammates. I love I love San Marcos. This is where I want to be. I want to take the easy way out, jump in the portal. I want to be here and earn my spot here.
You know, the linebacker spot you're playing, because we didn't have any numbers, so I didn't get to see you out there. Is it more inside linebackers, like that bandit spot?
No, it's Will linebacker.
Will
We ran 2 linebackers. We have Mike and Will, so more of the Will linebacker towards normally sort of like the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know, being a part of this team, as long as you have, what's going to take for this defense, to, I guess, take that next step and be able to compete for that conference championship?
I think for us to really take that next step, it's just continuing to bond together, gel together, keep getting everyone on the same page, make the little things mean more to every single person. And I think once we continue to do that, we'll keep taking those steps to get in there. Because we obviously have the talent. It's just bringing everything together so we can all move as one.
Anything else?
Michael, what was your favorite part of this being your last spring game, or spring practice? What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was just just being out there, realizing that now I'm one of the old heads. Because I remember when I first started, I was like, all these people were 21, 22, 23. I'm like, wow, like I don't get how like people are that old still playing here. But now I'm 22 years old, playing with all these 18, 19-year-olds, and it's a great feeling though. Being able to like help them out, kind of take some people under my wing, and like just help them out whenever they get their opportunity. It's just a great feeling.
And speaking of like your veteranship, being quote old head, but like what teammate have you like taken under your wing and like you just saw like mass improvement of them during the spring training?
It's another one of the linebackers, Carson Kaiser. He's been a guy. He was at quarterback at first, and then they moved him to linebacker. And so he's been more of like a scout team guy. Like he helps us a lot in the drills. He puts in a lot of effort in the drills. Special teams too. He's been giving me great looks on special teams. And so like he's a guy who always works. He doesn't plan at all. He doesn't ask questions. He does what he's told, and just being able to see him play out there, not messing up at all. Like he knows the calls, he knows what to do. It's just happy like me being able to see him go out there and display his abilities.
Think you'll see him play this year, Kaiser?
I hope so. I expect his defense to shut out everyone, everything. So love to see these guys who don't really get as many reps. Love to see them get in the game and be able to play.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Hey, you're telling me your favorite part wasn't talking to us? I mean, I won't take it personally.